Chief Magistrate Emmanuel Iyana of Wuse Zone 6 Magisterial Division in Abuja has admitted that he was lied into signing a search warrant for the residence of a top Supreme Court justice by the Federal Ministry of Justice under Attorney General Abubakar Malami. Mr. Iyana consequently revoked the search warrant he approved against Justice Mary Odili'S residence due to misinterpretation in the first information application supplied by an ad hoc public asset recovery panel domiciled under the Justice Mary and overseen by Mr. Malami. Upon misinterpretation of this honorable court that led to the issuance of a search warrant in favor of joint panel recovery, Ministry of Justice, against House Number 9, Imo Street, Maitama, Abuja, dated October 29, 2021, the senior magistrate said, in a fresh order, in view of the above facts, the said search warrant is hereby revoked. Mr. Iyana's October 29 order came hours after People's Gazette reported that armed operatives have tried to breach the residence of Mrs. Odili on Imo River Street in Maitama. Officers had arrived at the residence bearing a warrant that was issued based on whistleblower information from Ali Umar, an Abuja resident. Mr. Umar had deposed on October 13th that there were illegal activities going on at 9 Imo Street, Maitama, that should warrant immediate action from the law enforcement. The whistleblower also said in court filings that the tip-off was supplied to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This prompted Mr. Iyana to issue a warrant on October 29th for the property to be searched. Subsequently, operatives mobilized to Mrs. Odili'S house based on the warrant seeking to forcibly search it in the evening of October 29th, the same day a warrant was approved. As source said, the Supreme Court jurist rejected the move to search her residence because she had no pending issue with the anti-graft agencies. Mrs. Odili also argued that the warrant was not meant for her residence since she lives at 7 Imo River Street, Maitama, and not 9 Imo Street, Maitama, as stated in the warrant. The operatives nonetheless laid siege on the residence for hours, even though the whistleblower stated in court filings that he provided his findings to the EFCC, and one of the operatives had told the Gazette that EFCC led the operation. The anti-graft officer denied playing a role in the operation. If there was any such operation that Mrs. Odili'S house was besieged by anti-graft operatives, it was not carried out by the EFCC. The agency spokesman Wilson Uwajarun said in a statement to the Gazette late Friday. The Gazette had earlier reached Mr. Uwajarun for comment prior to breaking the news but received no immediate response. Mrs. Odili'S husband, Peter, had been under EFCC investigation for alleged fraud that dates back to his tenure as Rivers governor between 1999 and 2007. Mrs. Odili denied the charges and a federal judge ordered the release of his international passport earlier this week. A chief police superintendent, Lawrence Ajodo, also signed off on the operation, and the Gazette sources previously mentioned that police officers were part of the operation. The officers left Mrs. Odili'S residence following the revocation of their warrant, but the development had elicited harsh criticism of Mr. Malami, whose controversial role in alleged anti-democratic moves of the administration contributed to his new status as a formidable force in President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet. In 2016, Mr. Malami supported the State Security Service when its brutal personnel broke into the residence of over a dozen federal judges, including 3 of the Supreme Court at the time. The Attorney General also recently proposed suspension of the Nigerian Constitution and declaration of martial law in order to restore peace in volatile parts of the country. This one is really surprising. The news broke out that armed men besieged Mary Odili'S residence. Justice Mary Odili, that's the wife of former governor of Rivers State. claiming that they had intelligence reports that some form of activities were going on in her residence. Very shocking. This our country. This our country. Malami Abubakar Malami, who is known to be right now, because what he does is that he uses the EFCC. EFCC is a tool on his finger. You know, we got report that it was even Malami that pushed for the new EFCC chairman Bawa. He was the one that pulled all the underground string that led to the ouster, to the removal of Ibrahim Magu. We know all of that. He was the one that made recommendations to President Muhammadu Buhari and replaced Ibrahim Magu with the new EFCC chairman, Abdul Rashid Bawa. Very surprising. Now, the whole thing, we know, we did show the video. You can check it out, where Governor Wike, Nyesom Wike, Raymond Dugbesi, and other sons stormed Mary Odili's residence when the report of that siege came out. They went there, and you know the way they were speaking, because they are politicians, they understand what is going on, that this is definitely an attempted assassination on her life. She's part of the Supreme Court. And Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, what he's doing right now, it looks like he's clearing away those that are standing on his way. Before now, we used to know that presidency, the cabal in presidency was headed by the late Abba Kyari. Ever since the Abba Kyari has passed away, it's been Malami that has been like the major force there, pushing buttons, moving things around, and everything. Is the one that has been pushing things around. And the surprising thing, the warrant that was taken to Mary Odili's residence, it's just been revealed that a magistrate, Chief Magistrate Emmanuel Iyana of Wuse Zone 6, he just revealed that he was lied to. He was fooled to signing that warrant. What are they after? Why are they after her? What is going on? He was fooled to signing that warrant, and when he found out that it was not adding up, everything was not adding up, that was when he had to revoke. He revoked the search warrant. One other interesting thing about this whole incident that went on was that the search warrant had number 9. The search warrant had number 9 Imo Rivers Street, Maitama. But she lives at number 7. So she was saying to them, this warrant is not meant for her. Who know that in the course of plotting all of their evils, they mixed the house number, or they did it on purpose. Nobody knows what the intention was, but it's very shocking that this is happening in our own country. No law and order. Anyone can just take laws into their hand. Malami, if he wakes up and feels somehow, he uses the law enforcement agency, EFCC. They are now a tool in his hand that he can just use to torment anyone. Well, my people, leave us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.